¡Ay, a verga! A veces hay con... A ver, tengo que brincar, verga. No, lo verga. Vaya, no estoy queriendo ir, pues. ¡Gordo!
Hey yo, we moved green and white, spilled red over words. Saw niggas sing like the whispers when that blue hit the curb. Saw nerds take back that urge when them savages purge. 12 holidays for the trappers and they all on the first. Acknowledge my worth, Air Max gave us head start on the shirts. You fly on that flyer, let's say some of them pics for a shirt. 10 years cooking, I knew this was my best batch of work. When the writers step outside, performers go in the dirt. Get laid on your back, eyeballs to the roof of the church. Front row, they dressed in Macy's, black shoes, black shirts. Moving piles like Everest, left the gumshoes questioning, knowing y'all ain't like that spawn me being pessimist. Fast car fetishes, designer shoe preference. That's glass, not diamonds. Your neck and wrist illegitimate. This the fellowship of the penmanship. You can't call king your own pen and shit. Kingpins having round tables at dealerships. Wrote this in pre-K and got in trouble for scribbling. We rushed outside. You niggas good being middlemen. My sharks still bite, even the ones with the little fin. That mind clear bubble won't stop this knife getting to your skin. The air leave your chest as you cry for a second wind. The setting starts setting in, the chances of survival start getting slim. If you survive and we spin, that bullet diet got you looking real. When you lost in the struggle and you wait in the bubble, just know a broken crayon still color. When you down on your luck, no signs of a hustle, just know a broken crayon still color. When you acting like you don't, and niggas swear that they love you, just know a broken crayon still color. Flow sharp like a razor, I'ma need me a muzzle. Much more than what you hearing, not just a stick in the hustle. You niggas in trouble, I seen the whole scheme through the puzzle. Add these rappers to the stew and watch they feet when they bubble. Lie through their teeth to confuse you like the spirit don't love you. Kill you for green, as if it was the primary color. Trained to be mean, the dog food gunpowder covered. Big dog, watch you whimper when we clip on your brothers. Days long gone, which block got the purest of butter? Kicking the door, pistol whip your bitch under covers. Twisting leaves in the gutter, I'm that gutter. I should've been dead. Something had a young nigga covered. It whispered in my ear. Loud and clear. Pathway to heaven had me facing my fears. Pathway to hell was littered with congratulatory cheers. Think of pistol play. Every time I hear me a snare. Post-traumatic like a junkie off of rocking the bear. From the land of dirt bikes with niggas rocking them beds. Walmart sweats and New Balance like he's still in the feds. Been home 10 years on his way to pick up the kids. Playing spades but he never grabbed the book on his bed. Heart cold like it's left in the fridge. Shotgun take a part of your wig, shotgun in the bins, blowing sour diesel smoke on the pigs. Made an oath to my kids, triple my worth just as long as I live. Split a steak with my man, he ain't gotta call dibs. Mine work the same shift, so it's crib like my crib. Diamonds change colors like Aunt Viv. Eddie Kane ain't seen nights like this. The Titanic ain't seen ice like this. My plug the same cause it's priced like this. 4-5 kick with a snakeskin grip. Hot carbon make the parking lot flip. Son of a bitch. When you lost in the struggle and you wait in the bubble, just know a broken crayon still color. When you down on your luck, no signs of a hustle.
Let's get to it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. And I am the best reporting on the Eagles. The song you just heard was the title track to the last project of Broken Crayon Still Colors, all streaming platforms. Y'all know all of that. Make sure you run, grab that, go listen to it. The Eagle has landed. The Eagle has landed, ladies and gentlemen. The Philadelphia Eagles are potentially about to have 10 players in the top 100, man. Let's start right there, man. 10 players in the top 100. You know what I mean? Let me get over to the NFL situation where they had a little video of one of our own making it up there, and it is Josh Sweat. Now I see the Cardinals up here trying to take credit. You know what I mean? I guess in a way they should be able to take credit because hey, they went out there and they got a guy. They went out there and they got a guy who is a top 100 guy off of a Super Bowl winning team, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not gonna play the video. I don't want no smoke with no copyright strikes and stuff like that. So shout out to Josh Sweat for making it to the top 100. You know what I mean? Now, If I had to guess what's going on, Unique Cross, Stu Vision in the building, Miss Austin, what up? I see the bullies in attendance, 138 people, man. We're gonna cook. We're gonna get to the grill. We're gonna get to the seasoned part of this in a minute. But I gotta say, shout out to Sweaty, man. Shout out to Sweaty, man. Sweaty, definitely one of them ones, man. You know what I mean? And I see y'all commenting on the music, man. Thank y'all for streaming all the music. I'm on every streaming platform, bro. Everywhere, bro. And you know what I mean? These labels and these people who want to do these deals musically, it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for y'all streaming all the songs, man, over the course of the years, man. So shout out to y'all for sure, man. But Sweaty, so I'm gonna give y'all my top 10 guys that should make the top 100. Sweaty wasn't even on my bingo card, but Sweaty has to make the top 100. You know what I mean? Zach Bond has to make the top 100. Cooper DeJean has to make the top 100. Lane Johnson has to make the top 100. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Mailata should make the top 100. That's 5 right there. Slay might make the top 100. If I'm gonna count Sweaty, I gotta count Slay. Slay might make the top 100. I think CJ should make the top 100 as well. AJ Brown should make the top 100. Smitty should make the top 100. Jalen Hurts should make the top 100. Landon Dickerson should make the top 100. That's 11 players that I believe should make the top 100 for the Philadelphia Eagles. 11 players that should make the top 100 for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. And Saquon Barkley is 12. How could I forget about Saquon Barkley? Jalen Carter, 13. Like, it's ridiculous over here if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. It's ridiculous. It should be 13 players that should be making the top 100, man. You know what I mean? 13 players. Saquon is top 5. Jalen Hurts should be top 10. AJ Brown should be top 10. I think this year the Philadelphia Eagles will have the most players in the top 100 that anybody has ever had in franchise history. And guys like Josh Sweat making the top 100 after all of these years, going to go get a bag somewhere, things of that nature, proves to me that the Philadelphia Eagles know a thing or two or three or four or five or six or seven about developing talent. He was brought to us, knee injuries developed. Now he is one of the top 100 players voted by his peers in the National Football League. And that's a huge kudos and a huge shout out to just the organization, the coaching staffs over the years, the vets that we put in strategic positions to be able to teach guys the ropes like Brandon Graham. You know what I'm saying? Hassan Reddick. It was guys that came through the building that we brought in that had a lasting impact on these guys. That's why you see guys like Nolan Smith, who's a future top 100 player. Jalix Hunt, future top 100 player. Quinyon Mitchell should be in the top 100 as well, so that should be 14. But I don't think they're going to give it to Quinyon. He could be. Quinyon Mitchell could be in the top 100. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know at this point, man. But it's well-deserved for the Philadelphia Eagles. Well-deserved. Well-deserved for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm excited, man, because we have young players that make an impact. A lot of the guys I named was on rookie deals. We have young players that know how to make an impact. That's why you got guys like Jordan Davis with more playoff sacks than Micah Parsons, Jalix Hunt, Nolan Smith. All of these guys got more playoff sacks than Micah Parsons. We know how to get the best out of our talent. We don't talk about it. We just be about it, man. And making the top 100 is ridiculous. I'm proud of Josh Sweat, bro. I'm proud of Josh Sweat. The Cardinals should be wanting to take credit for this, if you ask me. They should be wanting to take credit for this because this lets them know they made the right decision. They made the right pick. They went and got the right guy from a championship kennel and said, yeah, we feel good about this guy. So shout out to the Cardinals and them guys, man. You know, it's spooky out here.
How are you?
It's spooky. I don't even want to play it yet. It's spooky out here. It's real deal spooky out here right now. Colin Cowherd out here cooking Micah Parsons. Terrence Parsons, he started up a little podcast situation. You know what I'm saying? I think he talked about it. I went there because I'm a nice guy. I went to go check out the podcast. I wanted to be a 17th view. You know what I mean? I wanted to be a 17th view real quick. So I went over there and checked it out. The usual crying and complaining. But Colin Cowherd right here is talking facts. It's talking facts. And this is the issue with Cowboys fans, content creators, apologists, all of this stuff. They can't wrap their mind around the facts. They can't wrap their mind around the facts. I don't understand it. These are facts. Let's listen to what Cowherd got to say. Let's listen to what he had to say about Micah Parsons. Let's listen.
How are you in the playoffs as a pass rusher? Again, when you're in division with awful Washington for years, or you're playing Carolina every other year, it's the New York Giants turnstile. I'm not interested in that. If you look at Micah Parsons in the regular season and in playoffs, he disappears in the playoffs. 4 games, 1 sack, no forced fumbles, not that many quarterback hits. Why? Because he's a bully. He's great against average.
But that's facts, though. Ain't that facts? So I'm at the point right now where I'm trying to see exactly where's Colin Cowherd, where's the lie? Cool Cat, what up? My guy D Aldridge, what up? Where's the lie? Where is the lie that Colin Cowherd is saying about Micah Parsons? He don't show up in the playoffs. He don't. The Cowboys have made their name over the last 30 years bullying a Carolina, a Washington before they had Jaden Daniels and the new coach, a Giants when they was running around with Daniel Jones, the Eagles during the bad transitional year where we're like, we got to get Carson out the building and we got to run with Jalen. They good at taking advantage of situations like that. I don't think they won a division that year. I think the Commanders won it that year. But what do these guys do in the postseason? What they do in the postseason? They don't do nothing in the postseason. They don't accomplish the ultimate goal. It's nothing but excuses that are made for them, man. Nothing but excuses that are made for them. And there's some things, quite frankly, if we're being honest, some stuff about the Dallas Cowboys and their fan base, I just don't understand. I don't understand. My guy CFT Rome, my guy, one of them ones, if you ask me. We having a little discourse on it. You know what I'm saying? We having a little discourse on it. I'm telling him to elaborate on something, and he's saying, I don't need to elaborate it. You explain why 95% of your fan base be begging for Micah to come to Philly. In his mind, 90% of the fan base begs for Micah Parsons to come to Philly. 90% of the fan base, right? I'm here to tell you right now. I'm here to tell you right now that don't make sense. That don't make sense. If you think 90% of the fan base is begging for Micah Parsons to come to Philly, then I don't think you really are in tune with what winning is about. We don't need Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons needs us. Y'all got to understand. We don't need any of these guys that's free agents who ain't never win no ring or don't know how to win no ring. They need us to help cement their legacy. So if Micah Parsons' career ended today, what's his legacy? That's the real question. If Micah Parsons' career ends today, what's his legacy? There isn't one. It simply just isn't a legacy if it ended today.
How are you?
I mean, let's listen again.
In the playoffs as a pass rusher. Again, when you're in division with awful Washington for years, or you're playing Carolina every other year, it's the New York Giants turnstile. I'm not interested in that. If you look at Micah Parsons in the regular season and in playoffs, he disappears in the playoffs. 4 games, 1 sack, no forced fumbles, not that many quarterback hits. Why? Because he's a bully. He's great against average.
Great against average. That's his legacy. Colin Cowherd hit it right, the nail on it. He ain't lying, bro. This facts. What was Zach Martin's legacy? He retired a ringless peasant. What was his legacy? What did he bring to the game? He retired a ringless peasant. He retired wishing he played for the Philadelphia Eagles, in fact. He retired being envious of the success of a division rival. That's his legacy. 309 people in the chat, man. They saying get them likes up, man. That's his legacy in a nutshell. What's Dak Prescott's legacy? What's CeeDee Lamb's legacy? Great statistics in the regular season? That's not a legacy, man. That's the life of a beggar. The life of a beggar. What you do when you got the blood warm in your veins to play this game at this level has to matter. The stories you're going to be able to tell. Nobody don't care that you played in the NFL, you retired, now you own a couple car lots in Texas. Nobody don't care. Where's the Super Bowl? Listen, I saw Casanat and them. Casanat and his team went to Tony Parker Mansion and filmed the episode. You want to know why they went to Tony Parker Mansion and filmed the episode? Because he got 4 rings. Tony Parker took him to the trophy room. The room where all the all-star jerseys is at. The room where the rings at, real rings. That's his legacy. If you go to Jalen Hurts' house and go to Dak Prescott's house, one going to have a Super Bowl MVP in it and a Super Bowl ring. All Pro awards, Pro Bowls, conference championship stuff. One going to have all of that. Dak Prescott going to have the Walter Payton Man of the Year award at the crib. House going to be big as hell, though. Nice as hell. Couple butlers walking around. $60 million annually to do nothing. That's his legacy. No, Dak Prescott's legacy is being the highest paid quarterback to ever play in the NFL. That's his legacy. So when you retire, go ahead and get them car lots. Go ahead and start them businesses with all that bread. But you could never say you was a champion. You could never say the Dallas Cowboys got their return on investment. You could never say it. Another list came out. I like this one. The top 10 quarterbacks by Fox. Let me pull it up real quick. The top 10 quarterbacks by Fox. I think that Fox absolutely got this one right, if we keep it in a stack. I think they absolutely got this one right to a degree. To a degree. Now, there are some things that could be changed. Now, listen, the top 5 is correct. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Let me see if I can blow this up. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts. Whatever order you want to put the top 5 in, the top 5 is right. Because I would have Patrick Mahomes 1. So whatever order, that's right. At 6, I don't got a problem with Jared Goff right here. At 7, I don't got a problem with Baker. Actually, I do. I would slide Baker to 8. I would put Stafford at 7. I like Jaden Daniels at 8. Yeah, because Stafford off of this. I like Baker. Hold on. I would leave Goff at 6. I would slide Baker to probably like 10. And at 7, I would go Stafford. I would slide Jaden Daniels to 8. And then I would probably leave Herbert at 9. Dak is not top 10, man. I don't got Dak being top 10. Not in this universe, man. Not in this spectrum. Stafford should be on this list bumping Dak off. It's a lot of empty calorie guys. When you look at the top 5 is composed of guys who have played in the Super Bowl. Jalen and Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. 3 of the top 5 played in the Super Bowl. 2 of the top 5 played in multiple Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Jalen and Mahomes. Everybody in the top 5 has been all pro, I believe. I'm not sure about Burrow. Everybody in the top 5, I believe, has had an all-pro season. 2 of the top 5 has had a Super Bowl MVP. 2 of the top 5 has won a Super Bowl. The top 5 is completely correct. No matter how you twist it, reword it, whatever hate and sorcery you put on it, the top 5 is completely accurate. That's just the facts. The top 5 is for guys who have accolades and achievements that could ultimately put them in the history books. under them guys are empty calorie stat guys with the exception of Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels' impact year one warrants to be in the top 10 easily. Easily. But Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback. Why? Why is Dak Prescott a top 10 quarterback over CJ Stroud? Over CJ Stroud, who's won a playoff game every year he's been in the NFL. Over Stafford, who Father Time seemingly hasn't caught up with yet. And he's a Super Bowl champion. I think Dak is right there with Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert and Dak Prescott should not be in the top 10. Stafford and CJ Stroud should take both of their spots. Justin Herbert hasn't even won a playoff game. The continuation of giving Justin Herbert a pass and Jalen Hurts, you know what Jalen Hurts had to do to get this type of respect? He had to go to 2 Super Bowls and win the second one and win Super Bowl MVP. There would be no love lost for Jalen Hurts had he not completed the mission last year. He will be just looked at as a guy who keeps going and he'll never go again. That would be the thing. That would be the thing. So some of these guys being in the top 10 makes no sense. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. They tried to slide Dak in that 10. That's what they do. That's what they do, man. They try to slide him at 10, but it's like, you can't fool us. And this is all designed to get the Cowboys fan base hype. It's all designed to get the Cowboys fan base hype. It's all designed to play on their little itty bitty hearts and make them believe they got a top 10 quarterback. I'm going to tell you how delusional they are. We're going to keep referring to Twitter. We're going to keep referring to Twitter over here. I'm going to tell you how delusional these guys are. I'm going to tell you how delusional these guys are. Give me 1 second. I got to find it. I know CFT done retweeted it. I know he done retweeted it. Look, they already anticipating Dak being comeback player of the year. That was one thing. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. I like Ashley, man. She's a good Cowboys personality or whatever you want to call it. But her tweet reads, "This is a 4,800-yard year for Dak if he stays healthy. Bookmark this." A 4,800-yard season for Dak if he stays healthy. Let's bookmark this. What will that get you? Great statistical success and folded in the playoffs again? What will that get you? They don't even want a playoff run. They just want people to have respect on their quarterback name. That's where we different at, y'all. That's the difference between Eagles fans and Cowboys fans. We don't care about the respect being on nobody's name. We want to hoist the Lombardi and have a parade. We want these, man. We want these. We don't care about false respect. We don't care about respect that don't make you a champion. You know what I'm saying? Rock out, man. Thank you for the super chat. At this point, I think the networks work for the Cowboys ratings with their Prescott bias. It's a lot of that going on. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. Terrence Parsons been quiet, I see. He been real quiet. Man. Since the schedule dropped, it was quiet. It was. You could hear a mouse pissing on cotton when they found out that they was coming to Philly September 4th to drop the banner. You can hear a mouse pissing on cotton. Everybody was Al Capone before the schedule dropped. Everybody was the original Don Dada before the schedule dropped. Everybody had a scene in Belly. Everybody was a goon. Everybody was a goblin before the schedule dropped. I promise to God, I'm 10 toes in this. I do nothing but check temperature all season long. Every day I check temperature. I am the thermometer. I'm telling you, they was talking, I got the hiccups. They was talking like Billy Badass. Everybody was Billy Badass for the schedule drop. Now the schedule drop, now you know you coming to see the ones that you know, it's no roster as good as ours in the league. You can't hold that against us. I love being in power. I love being in control of this division the way we in it. I love being the one sitting at the seat. They want to make us feel bad for running stuff? Stop it. Huh? You want to make us feel bad for running stuff? They was talking superbly greasy. Grease bucket. The schedule drop, you don't hear that no more. Ain't nobody posting no tickets saying where they gonna be. Ain't nobody saying they're gonna be at the game. You don't hear that no more, man. You don't hear that no more. And that's one of the biggest differences, again, between Cowboys fans and Eagles fans. We don't like the Cowboys. These Cowboys fans don't like the city of Philadelphia. It has nothing to do with sports. Nothing to do with sports. Nothing to do with sports. We're not running around saying, we hate Texas, we can't stand. We don't say stuff like that. Anthony Perry, thank you again for the super chat, bro. Dudes was getting stripped in the basement and belly after schedule. Hey, man, we was asking them what hand they roll up with when the schedule dropped. Schedule dropped, it was different. It was different when the schedule dropped. You know what I'm saying? It was real polite. It was a lot of, I want to talk ball. Let's talk ball. Let's do some business. No, you Billy Badass. You Billy Badass. You Billy Badass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Stu Vision has been a member of the channel for 30 months, man. Stu, DM me, man. I got to send something to you, Stu. You've been rocking for 30 months. Do y'all understand that's more than 2 years? That's more than 2 years Stu has been a member of Bully Land. That's more than 2 years, man. I appreciate Stu. I appreciate everybody that's always supported me. I'll never run around and say I got fans. I got supporters, man. This is a relationship that we have. This is friendship. You know what I'm saying? Rock out. Thank you for the super chat. People forget. I didn't even read what you said, Stu. Hold on. People forget Parsons had multiple game stretches without no sex, especially late in the year. Parsons ain't that. He ain't like that when the pressure on. Stu said it was false bravado. They know what's really happening in the division. It's the Eagles era, and they big mad. Come on, bro. It don't get no madder than that. Rob the actual, thank you for the super chat. They was talking like Bull and Godfather. Rob, you hear me, Rob? They was running around here talking like Buddy that took over the ship and told Tom Hanks, look at me. I'm the captain now. When in actuality, that's us. It's us. It's us. Listen, if you want to laugh at losers, I encourage you to go on Twitter. I'm telling you right now, follow me while you at it, at @Lord_Brunson. But if you want to laugh at losers, go on Twitter, bro. It's the easiest place. I'm going to show you again. It's a laughing stock. It's a laughing stock. A Commanders fan. Here you go, right here. He says, Saquon Barkley's been talking a lot of trash lately. This was July 1st, he said this. First of the month, he said this. I reply, well, when you win the Super Bowl, you can do that. When you win the Super Bowl, you can do that. I'm confused. Y'all said Saquon Barkley was washed up. Y'all said Saquon Barkley had no burst, no none of that. He has the greatest season of a running back in NFL history. The greatest season, the most yards from week 1 to Super Bowl in Super Bowl history. The greatest. And now he can't talk the way he want to talk. He said every time you see the Commanders and Cowboys, it's BTA. It's the truth. Ronald Wright, thank you for the super chat. El Bizzle, we're going to need a 25 birds after this run. It's coming, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. I just settled on a beat. It's going to be me and D'Angelo Xavier. I just finalized the beat. My verse is don't you know when they tested the Blue Magic and it turned blue? And they was like, oh, we got to call this Blue Magic. When they tested it, it was 100% pure. That's my verse on 25 birds. That's a lot of my verses, actually. That's every one of my verses, actually. But 25 birds is Blue Magic pure. You know what I mean? But everybody was talking like, bro, they was talking like Bane. They was talking like Bane. When Batman ran down on Bane in the cave, that's how Cowboys fans was talking. You think darkness is your ally. They was talking greasy. Bane was talking greasy to Batman in the cave when he put boots on him, cracked his mask, blew up the underground layer to the cars, talking greasy to him, bro. You think darkness is your ally. I was born in it, molded by it. Come on, man. That's a brand name like Pepsi. You feel me, Rome? They was talking crazy. And it's quiet now that we play week 4. Where's that? I mean, I did my collab with some of the greatest Cowboys content. I could always call Law. I could always call Tuck. I could always call Rome. But it'd be them little, it'd be the little guys. It'd be the little men. It'd be the action figures, the toy figures that's running around here thinking because they got 5 to 10 people to look at their video that they on the level with some of the guys that I talk to about this stuff. No, bro. No. That's not how this go. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. July 18th, the ring drops, number 2 official. Exactly. I'm gonna try to be done with 17 birds by before, but 24 birds. When the schedule dropped, they started saying stuff like, we'll see where what's up, Unique Cross. We'll see where you at as a team once we play the Eagles, like they can measure themselves against us. But they would hate to be, listen, in the last week, we've heard Des Bryant say Jalen Hurts is top 5. Absolutely calling him top 5 without a shadow of a doubt in the last week. We've heard Colin Cowherd say what he got to say about Micah Parsons. Why do they think George Pickens is going to solve every problem that they have? That's a wide receiver, bro. Why do they think George Pickens is going to solve every problem that they got? How? That don't even make sense. In order to win a championship, you need a quarterback with the mindset. Bro, a lot rides on Andrew MAKUBA, man. A lot rides on Andrew MAKUBA. In MAKUBA, we trust. That's my new slogan. If it's a player that's unproven, where we got to put our eggs in the basket on his development, in MAKUBA, we trust. He will get meaningful minutes, 404 people in the building. Lunchtime with the bullies. In MAKUBA, we trust. We need MAKUBA to be good if we're going to repeat. Training camp training camp will start soon. Fast. Crazy to think that football is going to be played this month. Did you hear what did he say? Did you hear what my Lotta said? I was wondering what would break first, your body. Yeah, like Bane. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we need a number of young guys to continue on the path that they're on. We need a number of we need rookies to excel. We need free agents to excel. A lot goes into winning a championship, bro. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. My Lotta told him today, face like Bane, NFC conference game. Yeah. But they run around here thinking they Bane, though. Bro, I had to deal with Commanders fans trying to tell us that Jaden Daniels is somehow ahead of the ranks in Jalen Hurts in terms of who the NFC wants to push or who the NFL wants to push as a prospect. The Philadelphia Eagles doing this really hurt a lot of people this year. It hurt a lot of people this year. The Philadelphia Eagles doing what we did, it shook the game up. It shook the game up. It definitely shook the game up. You know what I mean? It shook the game up. We got a right to feel Hollywood, feel and act Hollywood. I know my glasses ain't bent. We got a right to feel and act Hollywood. We earned it. We deserved it. We deserved it. Why should we run around here being regular? Why? Do y'all see what I'm putting on my head? Why should we run around here being regular? Y'all knew it was coming. Y'all knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Why should I run around here being regular? Huh? What? Why should I run around here? Why should I run around here with sympathy? MAKUBA must have a certain swag to him if Smitty talking that high of him. Yeah. But you got to understand something, though. In my time traveling around the world, one thing that dudes in the South do, that dudes in the North don't do as good, is uplift each other when it's time to, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. I'm not trying to say I'm from the North. You know what I mean? But my time in the military, my time being around people from the South, you know what I mean? They have a sense of brotherhood that even if your man's struggling, you ain't gonna say it. Even if your man even if Smitty is dog walking him, he ain't gonna say it. But we ain't regular though. We ain't regular. We're not regular. I'm sorry. We're the most unorthodox bunch on the planet. When you look at Philly 500, do you look at Philly 500 as a regular concert? No, Philly 500 is something supernatural. He's different. He's different. When you look at Lord Brunson, do you see the regular run of the mill? No, you don't see that. Before every stream over here, I'm playing my music. My music. I'm collabing with I went from nobody knowing I rap to people lining up for features. We're different. We're different. Our football team is different. Our mindset is different. Our content creators are different. We want to win at all costs. At all costs. We about to get rings next week. We don't have to deal with the same struggles that they. I need to get the car seat or the stroller where you can put the twins in it. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. The Cuban Missile Crisis on the way. It's up. MAKUBA going to be fine with Victor Mastermind. I think so too. I trust Vic Fangio wholeheartedly and 100%. We don't do regular activities. We don't do anything regular, bro. I don't do nothing regular, man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm regular either. I'm not gonna do it. Go find me a Commanders fan who got a video saying a Commanders content creator. They got a video. We want a Super Bowl video. Go find me a Commanders content creator with a Super Bowl video. Go find me a Cowboys content creator with a Super Bowl video. The sport has changed. I got 2 Super Bowl videos. Cowboys, you can talk about them old-ass rings from the 90s. Commanders, y'all can talk about them old-ass rings from the 90s and beyond. 90s, 70s, wherever y'all get these old-ass rings from, y'all can talk about them old-ass rings. The era has changed. We're in the social media era. We're in the digital era, the streaming era. In the streaming era, I'm up 2-zip. I'm up 2-zip in the streaming era. I think Bad Dog got a video on YouTube or Kyle Pizzle. One of them got a giant Super Bowl video. But I'm up 2-zip on the Commanders and the Cowboys. I'm up 2-zip. Go show me your video. It don't exist. You praying to be able to do this like me. Come on, man. Come on. And Fangio we trust. I wanted competition in camp. Because what if Adoree Jackson beat out Keely Ringo? If Adoree Jackson beat out Keely Ringo, wouldn't you guys say that that's a weak cornerback room? Unique Cross, thank you for the super chat. Win. F anything else, all we do is win. You already know. If If Adoree Jackson beats out Keely Ringo and Keely Ringo is a backup again, would you guys say that we dropped the ball on not getting the corner? You know what I'm saying? LB, I remember you did a collab with Reed Dollars. Any more features with battle rap community? Easy, like my friend. I could literally text Easy. I could literally text Easy and see what's up. It depends on what Easy got going on. I'm gonna actually hit Easy and I'm gonna see what Easy, because I would love to have Easy on my next project. It's a lot of battle rappers that I would collab with. I got most of my access is with Philly battle rappers, but I'm fans of a lot of battle. I feel like a Goods verse would be crazy, but you know them guys gonna charge me something crazy. They don't know me. Adoree plays if he beats out Ringo. Right, Adoree plays if he beats out Ringo. Cool. May the best guy, may the person that wins win. But are you cool with Adoree Jackson being a starter when you had other options? I'm not cool with it, bro. I'm not cool with it. Adoree Jackson is capable of beating out Keely Ringo, bro. He's capable of beating out Keely Ringo. 100% capable. I think Keely Ringo, he should be solid. MAKUBA, you gotta charge it up to him being a rookie, but Keely Ringo not a rookie. I can't give Keely Ringo the same grace I could give a MAKUBA if MAKUBA have a rocky first 2-3 games or something like that. I can't. But MAKUBA got competition. You don't think Sidney Brown hungry? Tristan McCullum, you don't think a number of them guys are hungry to not lose their job to a rookie? You don't think they feel disrespected that we drafted this a rookie safety that high? They definitely mad we on the cover of Madden. You don't think they feel disrespected? I think Saquon Barkley might be the #1 player on the top 100 this year. Saquon Barkley should be the #1 player on the top 100 list this year. Anything else is uncivilized. Jalen Hurts should definitely be 7, in between 7 and 10. You know what I'm saying? Anything else is uncivilized. But it all depends on, I'm going back to MAKUBA and Keely Ringo. It all depends on what they put out there, man, in training camp. That's one thing I've learned about Vic Fangio. What matters is what you put out on the field. Vic Fangio didn't care how much money Bryce Huff was getting paid. His expensive ass was on the bench. He was on the bench. He didn't care that Avonte Maddox was a vet. Once we made that change to put Cooper DeJean in the slot, the team took off. And I'm on record proving that's what needed to happen. Just like I'm on record proving that we needed to draft Cooper DeJean. A lot of people ain't like the idea of that. They hated it. You need a coach that's going to put the best product on the field, bro. We was lacking that so long in Philadelphia. The best product being on the field. We lacked it. I remember trotting out 500-year-old Darren Sproles just because he had a name in the league. But we knew Darren Sproles was getting older. He still was making plays. But Darren Sproles, we shouldn't have Darren Sproles shouldn't have had the role that he had. He probably could have extended his career. This year, I want to see the running back screen, bro. I want to see the running back screen because there's not a lot of tape on that. Because Saquon Barkley is a threat to take anything to the crib. A screen, whatever. Pass out the flats. The best player of the league came on to pass out the flats with the reverse hurdle. You know what I'm saying? Then this list gonna come out. And then the super, we after the top 100, we're not going to be able to beat the super team allegations. Not that I'm trying to, but the facts of the matter is, it's voted by the peers, and it's not voted by these delusional content creators. It's not voted by these haters in the media. It's not. Because when you ask the college guys coming out of college who should be on the Madden cover, all the rookies, it was split between Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. It was split. It was split. Vic will put the best player in the position. Vic has earned that right. Vic has shown. If it was another defensive coordinator, Trotter Jr. would have started. Zach Bond would have been on special teams. Being as though Vic was able to evaluate what Zach Bond was bringing to the table, Zach Bond was the best inside linebacker in the National Football League last year. Zach Bond was better than Fred Warner. He was better than whatever other middle linebacker, whatever. Zach Bond was the best linebacker in the league last year. The best. So like I said, man, I expect Fangio to continue to put the best product on the field. We got to be happy with it. If Adoree Jackson beats out Keely Ringo, I got to be happy with that. Because I trust Vic Fangio. That's how much I trust Vic Fangio. So like I said, man, at the end of the day, this will all come down to what means the world to you. Repeating or having your favorite guy be in the mix. Let me know what you think in the comments, though, man.
¡Ay, la verga! A ver, está una pincha verga. No, lo verga. Vaya loco queriendo ir, loco. ¡Gordo!
Hey yo, we moved green and white, spilled red over words. Saw niggas sing like the whispers when that blue hit the curb. Saw nerds take back that urge when them savages purge. 12 holidays for the trappers and they all on the first. Acknowledge my worth, Air Max gave us head start on the shirts. You fly on that flyer, let's say some of them pics for a shirt. 10 years cooking, I knew this was my best batch of work. When the writers step outside, performers